Welcome back to the Club Call-In Show, joined by Adam.
We have got a Liverpool fan waiting to speak to us on the Call-In Show. Nate is in the house. Nate, your original call was about Luis Suarez. What do you want to say about that? Scumbag.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard Rory Jennings. He's still up.
Rory's not here. He's gone on holiday to get away from you.
Okay, can you please relay a message for me then?
Yep.
That his video on the top strikers of the 21st century was terrible. terrible. He had Suarez fourth, who I think is undoubtedly first. He didn't even have Lewandowski in his top 10, which is tough. He had Wayne Rooney above Suarez.
What's wrong with that?
Can we be real? Wayne Rooney above Suarez.
Wayne Rooney is the greatest British player ever.
That's cute. We're talking about Luis Suarez. We're talking about a world superstar, not English.
Whoa, you're saying Wayne Rooney isn't a world superstar?
Why is? Well, not the same level as Suarez.
I'd argue he's bigger superstar than Suarez.
Why is Rooney better than Suarez?
I mean, just look at the catalogue of goals, the flexibility where he can play, the selflessness.
The catalogue of goals?
Yeah, look at the catalogue of goals. Everything. What do you want? Tap-ins, headers, volleys, bicycle kicks. No, I mean, they both got great catalogues of goals, but I mean, Wayne Rooney can do everything. Everything with a football.
Prime Suarez on that front three with Messi and Neymar.
Okay, no.
Liverpool fans piping up when their memory of him is him crying at Selhurst Park.
Yeah, exactly. I think the ironic thing here is that Prime Suarez, if you're ever going to debate Adam with Wayne Rooney, would be at Barcelona, not Liverpool.
I mean, no, but I'm doing both.
I'm
fine.
Premier
League. Sorry, I'm at the airport.
I think there's an argument that Prime Suarez is better than Prime Rooney, but I think Rooney's collective body of work is better than Suarez.
I will never accept any footballer being better than Wayne Rooney.
No, but can I ask why? Because Suarez has more goals, more assists, more iconic moments. He's got
more iconic
European
moments.
Golden Boots in the Messi and Ronaldo era. Of course he does.
He won a treble with Barcelona,
but more iconic moment.
Exactly.
Not for Liverpool. So I know you're talking about Barcelona as well. I think a Barcelona fan could argue he's the greatest number 9 in Barcelona history, ahead of Rivaldo, Romario, ahead of R9. That's how good he was.
No, he was amazing. I know, but not having it. Anyway, Nate, thank you for your call. Go on.
Yeah.
Look, I think Adam's point is justified. It's not like we're debating Robbie Fowler and Luis Suarez. I mean, Rooney is very, very close to Suarez. If you disagree, it's fair enough. But it's not like that. You're acting as if it's a crazy shout. I mean, a lot of people would say Rooney's a better player than Suarez. I think justifiably so. Nate,
thank you for your call. I think he's a return caller, isn't he? Your line is all over the
Nate, you're on Talk. We're in 2025. You don't need Talk anymore. Dial-up. He's on dial-up.
He is, yeah.
Come on, man.
Whoever's on the phone, tell him, get off the phone.
Get fibre. Optic. Just fibre. That's just food, isn't it? Fibre. You get it for your breakfast.
He's in the airport about to go find Rory on his holidays. Right then, who's up next?
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Right, next up, we've got Sebastian, Liverpool fan. How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for calling up, man. Another Liverpool fan. You guys are happy at the moment, innit? Oh, yeah, talk to me. Where do you think that would leave Liverpool if you bring in Isaac in addition to all the players that you've already currently signed this summer? How do you feel? Is it just a tap in for the title next season, you reckon, if that happens?
Oh, this might be controversial. I think that's already the case, even if it's a different striker that comes in.
Oh, even without him. I think Buvey might have something to say about that. So why do you think even without Isaac, Liverpool just win the league?
I just think in terms of the signings that we've made so far and the signings that it looks like we're going to make, I think we're already ahead of all the other teams last season. Mm-hmm. And I think when I look at City's business, obviously it's been good, but I'm not sure how they'll do next season. I haven't seen enough of them yet with the new players for me to make a judgment. And I mean, with my take, you'll see my opinions on Arsenal, but I don't see them as really challenging next season.
It's an interesting shout. Sebastian, just one question to you then. What's your weakness? What is Liverpool's weakness? I'll give you City's weakness going into a title charge. I think City can be in a title charge next season. I'll give you our weakness and you give me yours. It's the back line for me. Is it Stones, Diaz, Gvardiol, maybe Edison? We've got issues defensively speaking. Where are Liverpool's issues going into the title race next season?
If I had to say one, I'd probably say depth, really. In terms of the main 11, I don't think there's any weaknesses yet, besides obviously the striker position. But
Defensive midfielder? Do you think you could do with a defensive midfielder? A ball winner?
Yeah. I think that and a defender. Obviously, we had Guehi links and stuff, so we'll see how that.
Is Guehi better than Konate?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's got injuries as well, Konate. If he doesn't want to be there, flog him on. Guehi's a top fucking footballer, mate. Sorry for swearing, but top baller.
Out of all the players to make you go,
I love
he's
Guehi.
a top fucking footballer.
So
I never thought he'd be Mark Guehi.
I fucking love Guehi. What a centre back, man. What a leader.
Really?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm biased because of how good he was for England. People forget how good he was. And
he's been great for Palace, hasn't he? And Palace have done magnificently in terms of keeping a hold of some of their players. You look at Zaha, Eze, they've kept a hold of him as long as they did. And now Guehi, they managed to, rebuff Newcastle last year. It'd be interesting to see if they could do it.
You should be in for him. You could do with someone like Guehi. If he's available, you got the money. Why not?
Centre back isn't. We've got issues.
You've got a few there.
Centre back isn't our main issue. Why your point, or at least the one I've got in front of me, regarding Chelsea and Arsenal. Can you just tell the people at home what that is?
Yeah. So my take, and I feel quite strongly about this. I think Chelsea are going to win another title before Arsenal do.
I agree.
When's that? What year is that, do you think? Best case scenario, if Liverpool fall off, if Salah leaves in a couple of years, if that happens, City fall off, maybe Haaland goes to Real Madrid. What year do you think Chelsea could win the Premier League title then?
Honestly, even next season or maybe in 2 seasons' time. I think last season, it was underrated how much they pushed us. Like, if I had to explain my point, I think as a Liverpool fan, I felt more threatened by Chelsea in the title race than I did Arsenal last season. Wow. And they only look like they've gotten better since that. I mean, obviously, they won the Conference League. We just seen them win the Club World Cup quite convincingly as well. I think they're a good side, and I think they could definitely do big things next season.
Why can't they win it this season then? Just to wrap up your point, because I think it's a really interesting one. Why can't they win it now? Because football's all about opportunities. Liverpool took an opportunity when City fell off ahead of Arsenal. Titles come out of nowhere. Leicester City took an opportunity. Why can't Chelsea, with all the billions that they've spent with Cole Palmer, etc., why can't they win it this season, in your opinion?
Okay, well, I think with the money that they've spent, they should be in a position to win it, but I think they're still missing a few bits in the squad. Like, obviously, well, we'll see. Maybe they do win it next season. Who knows? But I think their actual team itself is just short of a few
I'd
players.
agree, yeah.
But they could definitely do it. I mean, they're a good side. People should fear Chelsea next season.
I agree with his point, though, because you know what Chelsea are doing? I know we kind of laughed at their transfer business, but what they've done is they've accumulated a squad of very good young players, and they're all going to improve, you'd imagine. And what does that improvement look like? Is like we were saying on the podcast with Harry, like Levi Colwell. I know last season we didn't look at him as much, but if he just makes 10%, 20% improvement on his levels, which he could do as a young player, you're looking at a very, very good centre back there.
James Lee's fit.
Wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea... I think that statement is a fact. Chelsea will win the Premier League before Arsenal.
I think so as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. So I don't think it's that crazy.
Happy days, isn't it? We're all...
nice one, Sebastian.
We're all in agreement.
Thank you, cheers. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you very much, mate.
Next up, finally, we've got a Man United fan on the show.
Yeah.
Ben is joining us. Ben, how you doing, brother?
Yes, boys. Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly well, mate. How you doing? What's your point?
I wanted to speak to Buvey, really. Well,
I'll leave then.
That's nice.
If you want to chat to Buvey, I'll just sit here.
Oh, because Adam, I'm going to need your backup here.
Oh, you need backup.
You need backup now, yeah.
You got double the amount of Man United fans with half the amount of chat.
Is Rory there as well?
No,
he's bottled it. I know his mic's pointing down to the ground, but he's not that small. Promise.
Anyway, I just wanted to speak about Buvey saying that Bruno Fernandes has never been world class. Do you
agree with that?
Buvey?
Do you regret that statement, Buvey?
If there's anything in my life that I've ever stood by, as long as anything ever, it's that statement. Ahead of even the idea that gravity exists, 1 + 1 = 2. Bruno Fernandes has never been world class, and as far as I'll go, he's been so perennially overrated by Man United fans. It's actually laughable.
Go on, Ben.
Okay, well, let me just tell you why he is world class. So, since he joined the Premier League in 2020, he's had the most created chances in Europe's top 5 leagues. In 2020, he created 95 more chances than Kevin De Bruyne. and Messi, by the way. Last season, he created the most chances in the Premier League. He's had 152 goal involvements in 230 matches for Manchester United. That's 79 goals and 73 assists.
Jeez.
In 2020-2021, he got 18 Premier League goals and 12 assists. That's one of only about 4 players to ever post 30-plus goals and assists in a season. He's carried us to multiple semi-finals and finals, domestically and in Europe. He's Manchester United's captain. He's the hardest working player on the team.
In the world.
In the world. He's won Man United's Player of the Year multiple times.
Yeah, well, that's not hard, is it? I mean, we can't just keep listing. How long's the list? I mean, I've got places to. I mean, how
a lot
long
of the things
list?
he said is true.
No, but
he's
I think he's been a Man United. I think he's been a standout player for Man United. Man United have had a shocking 5-year run, and the numbers he's put up has kept Man United competitive. I've watched so many games without him now in the last 5 years. I'm never going to sit here and say he's been Man United's worst player every single game, because he hasn't. He's been fantastic. But Man United's level has never been world class. You just lost to Spurs in the Europa League final, and he was, by the way, shocking in that final.
Was Alan Shearer world class at Newcastle?
No, I don't think he was. I think he was in 96, right. In around 96.
I feel like his answers to that question would have been different if he wasn't arguing this right now.
No, exactly.
I said it on the video last week. I don't think like Matt Letizia was world class. I think Bruno Fernandes has been one of the best players in the Premier League last few years. That's not world class.
Can we get it's Ben, isn't it? Sorry. Can we get your definition of world class? Like, what is a world class player to you?
Yeah, I know everyone says it differently, but for me, it's if they start for every team in the world, bar maybe like 1 or 2, because their player is also extremely world class.
So Bruno starts for PSG. Now, before you speak, please, because I'm going to. You give me a brain aneurysm. But he's at Napoli. He's had a poor season. I'm not saying De Bruyne's world class anymore. 2 years ago, he starts.
No, but his 2 years ago, you said Bruno's never world class.
There's never been a point where Bruno Fernandes. Okay, PSG right now are the best team in the world, in my opinion. 2 years ago, Man City won the treble. Bruno wouldn't start.
This might be a mad statement.
Would Bruno start for Man City in the treble winning season? Oh nah, it's so
Bruno
bad.
Bruno would start every game for Man City.
De Bruyne's a better passer of the ball. He's got a better. He's a better striker of the ball.
Because
that's just absolute rubbish, lads. I'm sorry. Bruno's fantastic.
Another one of Bruno's qualities is that he's rarely injured. He's made over 50 appearances.
That doesn't make you world class. Tony Hibbert never got injured. He played 700 games in a row. Gareth Barry. Availability is a nice little factor. It doesn't make you world class. What planet are you guys living on?
Availability alone doesn't make you.
Do you think Bruno's better than De Bruyne?
Listed you 100
Do I think he's
hand on heart? Hand on heart, please.
The way I look at it, would De Bruyne do what Bruno did in this Man United?
No. That's not world class.
I think if De Bruyne played for this Manchester United team, he cries and leaves after 2 years.
That's a rubbish shout, Adam.
Can't take
Adam, come on, mate.
Can't take the pressure.
How can you not take the pressure? Because he won the treble. He's won 4 in a row.
What I'm trying to say is Bruno Fernandes.
4 in a row.
Take De Bruyne out of the situation. Bruno Fernandes right now has been playing for a basket case of a club. It's a shithole from top to bottom. It's falling apart. The culture's gone. Everything's gone. Managers are changing left, right and centre, this, that and the other. It's one of the most difficult places to play to your level, which has been proven by the fact that loads of players go and suddenly they look like a decent player again. Bruno Fernandes, in the meantime, has been putting up, like my boy Ben's been saying, all the numbers and that. His numbers have been absolutely ridiculous and matching anyone's in it.
But does that make you world class?
No, but not just
what
the
I'm
numbers.
saying. I'm not saying he's been bad, have I? I'm not saying that.
He's playing in a bad team.
But that doesn't make you world class.
He steps up with it. And I think one of the things that people overlook as well is just how good Bruno is at passing. Because they kind of look at him and go, he gets angry, he loses the ball a lot, this, that, and the other. He loses it a lot because he's very creative. His passing ability is underrated. His ability to kind of make those slide passes through the lines is underrated as well. I think he kind of gets looked at as a hothead. Yeah, he does get looked at as a hothead, and he's much more than that.
But look, I know you don't like Man City. I respect the bias. It's the football. It's the nature of football. But to disregard De Bruyne as one of the greatest players in the history, and just say he's worse than Bruno. Like Bruno Fernandes,
saying
like De Bruyne's
Bruno Fernandes does what De Bruyne does in that City team. If
he
not
doesn't.
More,
he doesn't do more. For a fact, he doesn't do more. No, he doesn't. De Bruyne scored a goal from 25 yards out, right, against Real Madrid to equalise, and City went on to win that fixture 5-1, then won a treble. And you know all about trebles, how hard it is. You can't look. Maybe Bruno starts a few games from that City side, but De Bruyne actually did it. You can't just disregard someone who actually did it for a theoretical proposition of Bruno Fernandes. Your boy finished nearly in the relegation zone last season.
You know who I compare Bruno Fernandes to right now? Bruno Fernandes in this Manchester United team is like Steven Gerrard in that Liverpool team.
He's nowhere near Steven Gerrard.
He's the only thing they've
Gerrard
got.
came third in the Ballon d'Or rankings, so why didn't Bruno Fernandes come third in the Ballon d'Or rankings in 2006?
Using Ballon d'Or rankings.
Well, okay, let's throw that away then. You just disregarded everything De Bruyne's done in his career for a guy that did a stinker against Spurs in the European final.
Kevin De Bruyne had everything for him at City set up. He didn't have to try and be a hero every game.
It's just not a football argument. It can't be a biased argument. It's a footballing argument.
My point is, if you put Bruno Fernandes into that environment,
how's everything set up for De Bruyne? Come on, mate. Come on. He's had to do things single-handedly. He's put up records that are outstanding. There are ex-footballers who said he's the best player of all time in the Premier League. There are ex-footballers saying that.
How has he got it great at City? City is one of the best football institutions in the world.
Yeah.
Whether right or wrong for how they've got there, but the best football institution, one of the best academies, one of the best
disregarding what he's had to do himself. Ryan Giggs had the greatest setup ever. He had an unbelievable Beckham on one side and Dennis Irwin behind.
Exactly. You put a lot of those players into this current Man United team and they sink.
It's like saying Guardiola, if he hasn't managed Scunthorpe, so he's not a top level manager. The top players deserve to be dining at the top table. And Bruno Fernandes playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. All I'm saying, the last game I've seen Bruno Fernandes play, he had a 0 out of 10 performance against Tottenham Hotspur, and you lost against Tottenham.
What about the one when we played against you in the final?
2 years ago?
1 year ago.
No, last year.
2 seasons. Yeah, fine. A year ago. Okay, you won the FA Cup. Kobbie Mainoo probably had a better game in that game. So
no, he didn't have a better game.
I don't mind you saying he's a fantastic player for Man United. He's one of their greatest players in the last 5 to 10 years because he absolutely is. He doesn't start for any of the great Man United sides in the last 25 years. And he doesn't get in Man City's bench.
There's been worse players in some of those great Man United teams.
He doesn't even get on the bench.
Almost all of those.
Darren Gibson scored in the Champions League semi-final for Man United. Bruno Fernandes.
He starts over Carrick or Scholes or...
Carrick's a completely different player.
No, but whoever's in midfield, in whatever year you're talking about, 99, does he start over Scholes in midfield or Rory Keane?
In a 4-4-2, Bruno will be a 10.
Over who?
And in a 4-3-3. In 99, we played with a front two, so he'd probably be...
On the bench.
He could be in and out, rotating up there, or he could be in the mid. He could play in the midfield.
He's that good? I'm actually intrigued.
I genuinely do.
Well, Bruno's a much better player than Carrick. I love Carrick, but Bruno's a better player.
There you go. I mean, they're different players.
Very different. It's like comparing,
but we would
Rodri and De Bruyne. They're very different.
I don't mind, if Adam's got his opinion, I don't mind it because you know Man United 100 million times more than I do. But to then throw De Bruyne under the bus as if he's not done anything in his career, it's embarrassing.
I think they're two very similar level players. And you're looking at one player.
He's not even Gundogan, let alone De Bruyne.
Man. Oh, I think Bruno's better than Gundogan.
He's nowhere near Gundogan.
You're looking at
Bernardo
Gundogan
Silva.
that's been in the
What about Bernardo Silva?
perfect environment.
What about Bernardo Silva?
He's better than Bernardo.
He's not better than Bernardo Silva.
I genuinely...
Yes,
Bruno Fernandes is one of the best players in the league.
Lads, please.
All right, Buvey, if Bruno went to City instead of United and De Bruyne went to United instead of City, De Bruyne would have worse numbers at United and be a worse player than Bruno. And Bruno would have better numbers than De Bruyne at City.
Or at least as good numbers, I think.
But the reason De Bruyne didn't go to Man United and he went to Man City is because he picked out the best project. He's working with the greatest manager in the history of football for some people. There's a reason Bruno Fernandes is in the bottom half of the table with Manchester United. There's a reason. Man United had a terrible season last season. Bruno was a part of that. We can't just exclude the fact Bruno was a part of one of the worst seasons in Man United history.
No,
why did we ignore
Bruno, United get relegated?
Yeah, he had a great season, but he was shocking in the final.
Thoughts on this upcoming season? Really enjoyed that chat, by the way.
I don't want to think about it.
Good lad. good lad. Get your head in the sand, son.
Just getting Bumo over the line at the very least at this point.
You can't even sign him.
Ben, between me and you, Ben. It's done, brother. Don't worry about Mbeumo, man. Worry about everything else. Mbeumo's done. He might be our last signing, though, so worry about everything else.
Even if we get him, I'm not excited at this point. It should have been done a month ago, and we should have been on our fifth.
How's Gyökeres coming ahead of your boy? That's embarrassing for you.
We didn't want Gyökeres.
It's because you're not.
I don't want Gyökeres.
It's because you're a joke entity. You're a joke entity. Man United are a non-entity
We don't
football
want
club.
Gyökeres. We didn't want him anyway.
And you have to have these ghost chats about Bruno being better than De Bruyne. It's absolutely embarrassing.
We've got food at home, Buvey. His name's Joshua Xerxes.
Yeah, dog. Xerxes FC to the world. Ben, I love you, mate. Call back again next week. Yeah?
Never call back. I'm only joking. Thank you very much for your call.
Cheers, Ben. Catch you later.
You're winding me up today. Seriously, Adam.
Let's keep it. Let's see if we can keep this show on the road then.
Let's keep
winding up.
No, come on.
Who's up next?
Right, next up we've got Kieran. How are you, mate?
Arsenal fan.
Yo. Love to see you, lads.
It's great to see you, mate.
Pleasure as always, Kieran. Thank you for calling up. Thank you for waiting as well. What do you want to discuss today?
Well, I want to discuss why Arsenal keep saving Chelsea in the transfer market. Because it seems like, Man United are in a difficult position where they're struggling to sell players. And Arsenal just help Chelsea out every time and buy all the deadwood.
Can I be devil's advocate about this? And obviously give me your response to this, mate. But Madueke, I get Sterling, I get Kepa, I get David Luiz, Willian. They're all kind of baggy transfers and strange ones. But Madueke, an exciting young winger. It's not too expensive. I know £50 million, but for an English winger, playing for England as well, they're looking for someone to strengthen the Saka kind of replacement option in terms of squad rotation, or Martinelli on the left. Is it a good transfer? It could be a good transfer.
Yeah, but Chelsea made a profit on Madueke.
I know, but it's not like Madueke's 33. No, I get what you're saying, but this could, if it just take away the Chelsea thing.
World, they shouldn't be helping their rivals.
Yeah, I know, but he's a good. Yeah. He could be. Do you think there's potential there for it to really work out?
See, it could work. It might not work. But my problem stands where Chelsea and Arsenal are meant to be rivals. So why are we funding? Chelsea and Arsenal are both in for Rodrigo. We've basically funded that now.
Yeah, but City signed Tevez for Man United. I mean, they signed Cantona from Leeds. Like, you go and sign big. If Arteta thinks Madueke is a big player, it doesn't matter about Chelsea.
Signing Cantona from Leeds, who just won the league, or signing someone from one of your is very, very different.
Of course,
this is a guy they bought for 30 million from PSV, and now they've given him 50. They've made a profit.
Yeah.
Like, how have they managed to flip a profit on Madueke when?
But then that's my question to Kieran as well, and to you, of course, is maybe they've seen something in there. 2-footed winger, powerful, good pace.
Do you not think it's another Kai Havertz?
With Kai Havertz as well, I don't understand. Who was in for Kai Havertz? How is he now how is he now one of Arsenal's biggest earners?
That's crazy. But then Kai Havertz has not been a 0 out of 10 transfer. He's probably been a 6 out of 10.
But has it been worth funding? Look, it's like United giving 60 million for Mason Mount. Now they've got Cole Palmer. We give 40 million for Matic. Now they've got Kante. It's like, why aren't you having the forward thinking of going, actually, why are we funding their move for Kante? We'll get him.
Yeah, no, I get that. My only thing would be is maybe they've identified that they want a winger for a certain price tag and he fits the bill and they think he's going to be the next big thing. I mean, that's the only thing.
My theory on it as well is if they were looking at Rodrigo and Real Madrid are going 70, 80 million and they're going, well, actually, we do want to make sure Gyökeres happens. There's still a possibility for Eze. Do we just get the cheaper option? But my issue is you're still helping out your rivals.
I'd rather
you're helping
Rodrigo.
Chelsea get rid of a dud at a profit.
Do you think he's a dud then? That's my point. Do you think he's definitely a dud?
He is for Chelsea. Now, a new environment for him, like we're talking about with the Bruno, De Bruyne thing, environments are different and players can perform differently. He might be great for us.
I hope he does well. I hope he does great. But I don't understand why Man United have so many players they would love someone to come pick up. Arsenal do this for Chelsea all the time for years. I don't know why we took Sterling. Like, it might be depth, but we don't. It was so pointless.
You do find that a lot of the players that are in London, it almost becomes like an ecosystem of its own where they all just stay at London clubs, don't they? And they just go from this club to that.
Yeah,
they don't really want to leave.
Madueke does 3 years, he goes to Fulham.
Or West
See that
Ham.
happening?
Yeah,
100%. What are your thoughts on Gyökeres? Because Madueke looks really good if he's a backup to Saka and then Gyökeres comes in, Eze comes in. What are your thoughts on Gyökeres coming in?
Well, I've been doing some research on Gyökeres. I like the look of him. I think I heard someone, was it Adam I heard say he only scores really in transition and penalties. He looks like he's a big powerhouse. He looks fast. He looks like he's got an eye for goal. He's got a good shot power. I really like Gyökeres.
I think the thing for bringing him to Man United, I didn't want him at Man United. I just felt like he's not going to get those goals in the Premier League. But for Arsenal, he's proper different. Again, we're talking environments. He's moving into a more successful environment with a more settled team and a team that actually create a lot of chances in and around the 6-yard box, 10 yards out of goal. So he could be exactly what Arsenal need. But I do look at some of the goals in Portugal and think, that's not happening here. Yep. You know what I mean? Like that don't happen.
But Haaland's doing that as well. I'm a massive fan of Gyökeres. I think he's not Haaland, of course not. But Haaland, some of the goals Haaland was scoring, and Sancho, by the way, they both look like Messi and Ronaldo playing together. I mean, the Bundesliga is not. I think the Bundesliga is definitely a step up from the Portuguese league. But all he has to do is just score 20 goals a season. He rotates in and out the side with Havertz, who scores 15. Suddenly they're doubling their output up front. I think and for 60 million quid, it's not like 120 mil. It's good value.
Is it all pointless, Kieran, if Liverpool get Isaac?
I mean, I don't think you can really worry about what Liverpool do. You just got to worry about what your own team does. And as of right now, I'm not too impressed, to be honest. I like Gyökeres. That's the only really one I like. I don't think we're going to get Rodrigo because we got Madueke.
Zubimendi's a good deal.
Yep, yeah, I like Zubimendi, to be fair.
You're not very excited, Kieran. You spent 200 million quid. It's a lot of money, man. That's a that's the nation of GDP of a small island state, huh?
Top 4. That's
top 4. Oh, fucking hell.
If you only get top 4, Arteta got a goal or what?
I like Arteta. I've defended him for years now. But see, if it depends who's making the signings. I disagree with whoever's making the signings. If that's Arteta, I disagree with it.
I can't believe it. You spend 200 million quid. You come second 3 years in a row. Unprecedented in the history of English football. And now they're going to go fourth because they sign a brand new striker and midfielder in Eze.
Yeah, but
do you think
Chelsea are going to get better?
No, I don't, because I think
City are going to get better.
I don't, because I think Arteta spent all summer teaching the lads how to throw the ball in further. So that's why I think they're going to win. You're not, but well, maybe with Bruno Fernandes stinking the gaff up in midfield like he did against Spurs. But look, ultimately, you have to be getting closer to Liverpool, not falling away to fourth, please.
Yeah, we have a young team. I like the team. It needs. I think if we got a better left winger, I hope Madueke does the job. If he does, great. But I think he's kind of selfish. I don't know how it's going to work.
Very nervous Arsenal fan, where I think a lot of Arsenal fans are really expecting to win the league with this kind of signing, which maybe you're being more reasonable, Kieran.
It's hard though, because City make a signing and they go, this could be the guy that gets us to the league. Liverpool make a signing and it's like everyone's thinking the same thing. Can only be one winner, baby. Yep. And that's going to be Man United. Kieran, thank you very much for your call. Absolutely appreciate it. Buvey, been a good show today.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, make sure you join our Discord if you want to get involved as well.
Right, then now let's get into the voice notes. The first one is from Armando. Looking forward to this.
Yo, what's up, guys? First of all, love the show. I'm Armando, a Chelsea fan from New Jersey, and I've got a little bone to pick with Rory. He always says Arsenal is the bigger club, and honestly, I just don't see it. Chelsea has more valuable silverware, especially this century. They've simply been the more successful and relevant club. Thankfully, I travel a lot. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English, and most people I've met across the world see Chelsea as the bigger club. Maybe Arsenal edges it in England and parts of Africa, but globally, it's Chelsea all day and isn't even close, to be honest. It's like Uruguay versus Spain. Uruguay had early success, but Spain's modern dominance makes them the bigger force today. Ooh. I think it's the same logic here. And in Brazil, where Rodrigo is being linked to Chelsea right now, fans are begging him not to go to Arsenal. They're dreaming of a front line with Rodrigo, João Pedro, Estevão, and Cole Palmer in the 10 pulling the strings right behind them. That says it all, man. Appreciate you guys and have a blessed day.
That was a great voice note.
I like that voice note. Armando, thank you very much.
What do you think?
I think the European success should weigh heavy. And I know it's more recent success. But I do think when you've got those European Cups, but Arsenal are third in in English titles, aren't they? Yeah. So there's that. That's quite heavy.
And FA Cups, more FA Cups
13 as well. League titles they've got, I think. So it's a difficult one, but I can see why people would put Chelsea above them. And I'm surprised Rory doesn't.
Yeah, but I actually tweeted when they won the Club World Cup. It's not the biggest competition in the world, but it's definitely a step up. They played PSG. It's not like they played some Botafogo or some random Brazilian side. It's like they played a serious outfit and they won with an English talent, and they won the final. And Cole Palmer's met the President of the United States, leader of the free world for some people. But if you're Arsenal and you won one FA Cup in 7 years, how are you bigger than Chelsea? Please. Because of Herbert Chapman. Have a day off, mate. Have a day off. It's close. It's not by...
I think
when he said it's a million miles away.
Well, Rory is very respectful of history, isn't he?
Yeah, you have to be. I think the first Champions League win didn't change things. I think Arsenal was still bigger. 2 Champions Leagues? And the Club World Cup? And the Conference League?
I don't think Chelsea have had a culturally or more impactful or influential period as the Wenger-Henry period. I don't think Chelsea have had that.
Mourinho?
No, I mean, like...
I know what you're saying, yeah.
I think there's players now that just want to play for Arsenal because of Thierry Henry. There will be players that want to play for Chelsea because of Drogba, but I think they are a lot less.
I agree with that.
So I think culturally they're
I agree with that. 100%.
Force. Right, we got one more voice note.
Thierry.
Hey guys, my name is Thierry and I'm from Miami, Florida, and I support Spurs, funnily enough. But my statement is really two statements, really, is that if we do sign Yohan Wissa, then we undisputably should have the most versatile attacking line in the whole league. And secondly, is that our core of U23 players, Odogi, Sar, Bergval, Tell, Vuskovic, Gray, Yang, Mikey Moore, Odebear, I don't know if I said his name already, but that core is the best U23 core in the whole Premier League.
Most versatile front three. I think Liverpool's.
It is versatile because you've got so many different options. None of them are probably world class. That's the difference.
Kulusevski potentially.
Yeah, I think what he means by that is Wissa can play anywhere across the front three. I think Salah has to play on the right, and if they sign Isak, he has to play down the middle.
But
it's
then
a bit more linear.
not very versatile, is he?
No. I see what he means, and I think they're dynamic because they're so young. They can grow into the role. I think Frank is developing a really nice spine there. I like the fullbacks, Porro and Udogi. I like Van de Ven is outstanding, and they just won a trophy, so they're coming off a big one. Right, if you want to get involved, make sure you check the link down below in the description. Join our Discord and you could be joining us to chat football. Outstanding. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll see you very, very soon.